Picture this. You're deep in the forest. No phone, no GPS, just a crumpled map in one hand and a compass in the other. It's pitch black, your legs are trembling, and your brain, well, it's playing tricks on you. You haven't slept in 36 hours, and suddenly you see a witch. You blink. It's just a tree. Welcome to the wild, sleep-deprived, utterly bonkers world of adventure racing. A world where races last from 5 hours to 5 days. Where hallucinating is just part of the game. And trust me, it's not for the faint of heart. So, what exactly is adventure racing? Well, imagine a triathlon, then set it on fire and throw it in the jungle. These races blend multiple endurance sports: running, mountain biking, paddling, climbing, even horseback riding, all while navigating through remote wilderness, without any tech, no GPS, no marked trails, just you, your teammates, and a lot of sweat. Some of these races go for 30 hours straight. Others stretch across multiple days with no mandatory sleep stops. You decide if and when you sleep. But spoiler alert, most teams push far beyond their limits. One racer put it this way: never go more than 36 hours without sleep. Sound advice? Until you realize that's not just a guideline, it's a survival tip. When you race, that long, weird stuff happens. Your brain gets fuzzy. You start to see things. People have reported hallucinating monsters. One runner swore they saw witches standing in the woods. Another saw their teammate morph into a cartoon character. And that's just night one. This isn't just a race. It's a battle against your mind. This year, I got a front row seat to all this madness. I was invited by Gear Junkie to witness the Stubborn Mule Adventure Race in Wisconsin, a 30-hour gauntlet of grit and glory. Now, I wasn't crazy enough to enter the race myself, but I did get to document it, and what I saw was unbelievable. It wasn't just physical endurance. These racers were fighting mosquitoes the size of thumbtacks, sleep deprivation, and the overwhelming chaos of wilderness navigation. At one point, a team had to stop just to slap on bug nets, rain jackets, and hats, just to read the map without being eaten alive. And let's not forget, while all this is happening, they still need to figure out where they're going. But where did this madness begin? Adventure racing has roots going back to the late 60s. One of the earliest events was the Carramore International Mountain Marathon in 1968. Then, in 1980, New Zealand hosted the Alpine Ironman, mixing skiing, paddling, and running. But the big boom came in the 1990s, thanks to a little TV show called Eco Challenge, produced by Mark Burnett, yep, the same guy, behind Survivor and The Apprentice. Eco Challenge aired in 1995 and quickly became a sensation. The first race? A grueling 370-mile trek across Utah with 50 teams and no mercy. People broke bones. Some were helicoptered out. Others broke down emotionally. But for viewers, it was pure adrenaline-fueled gold. Eco Challenge ran for 7 wild years, spanning exotic locations like Fiji, New Zealand, and Argentina. It didn't just entertain, it gave birth to a global community of hardcore adventurers. Post-Eco Challenge, the sport didn't die. It multiplied. The United States Adventure Racing Association formed in 1998. Other series followed, like the Adventure Racing World Series and Primal Quest. Races popped up everywhere, from grassroots events to massive international competitions. In 2012, the Godzone race in New Zealand kicked off. Patagonia launched its own epic expedition series. Every year, hundreds, if not thousands, of these races take place globally. Yet, something was missing. In 2018, the unthinkable happened. Eco Challenge returned. But this time, with Bear Grylls and Amazon Prime behind the wheel. Rebooted in 2019, the show brought slick cinematography, raw emotional moments, and a brutal jungle race in Fiji. For many, it was a reawakening, a reminder of why they fell in love with the sport. Unfortunately, Amazon canceled Season 2, but the damage, or maybe the magic, had already been done. Adventure racing was back in the spotlight. So, why do people do this? Why push yourself until your feet bleed, your mind shatters, and you're crying in the woods next to a mosquito-infested swamp? Because adventure racing changes you. You're out there with a small team, operating like a tribe. You have to trust each other. You carry each other, literally and emotionally. You face your limits, and then smash through them. One racer said it best. You're wrung out like a wet towel, and you come back a different person. The future of adventure racing. It's looking bright and brutal. More top athletes are joining. Ultra runners, Ironmen, world-class cyclists. The sport is getting faster, fiercer, and more competitive. And as it does, we're starting to find out just how far the human body and mind can be pushed. It's not just about physical strength anymore. It's about resilience, strategy, and sheer willpower. Adventure racing isn't just a sport. It's a way to test your soul. Adventure racing isn't just a sport. It's a crucible, a test not only of your body, but of your mind and your soul. It strips you down, challenges every assumption you've ever made about your own limits. Out there, in the middle of nowhere, there are no distractions, no filters, no shortcuts, just raw, unfiltered reality. You will break, you'll cry, you'll scream into the wind when no one can hear you. Your body will ache in ways you didn't think possible. Your mind will convince you to quit over and over again. And yeah, you might even hallucinate a witch or two hiding behind the trees. But here's the magic of it all. When you keep going, when you dig deeper than you ever have, you discover a version of yourself that you didn't know existed. A version that doesn't quit. A version that fights, even when every cell in your body is begging for rest. A version that sees the sunrise after a night of chaos and somehow keeps moving. And when you finally cross that finish line, muddy, bruised, exhausted, you're not the same person who started. You walk away stronger, humbled, transformed, maybe even reborn. So next time you're scrolling through YouTube looking for your next thrill, your next challenge, or just something to shake you out of the ordinary, remember this wild, relentless world of adventure racing. It's out there, in the forests, in the mountains, in the rivers and deserts, waiting for someone just crazy enough to give it a try. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe for more crazy stories from the edge of human endurance, and click here to watch another wild adventure you won't believe is real. See you in the next one.